Hey, magandang buhay! So ako si Sir Ben at narito ako upang ituro sa iyo kung paano mag-multiply ng expressions na may radicals. Ready ka na? Great! So let us have the first example. So we have the square root of 5x times the square root of 15. So kapag ganyan yung mga expressions na minumultiply natin na parehas yung index, ang gagawin lang yan natin is, as it is, i-multiply lang yung mga bases natin. So in that case, this will be the square root of 5x times 15. So, yung 5x times 15, syempre, that will be 75x. So, square ng 75x, simplify natin yan. Factors ng 75, na yung isa ay perfect square, that will be 25 times 3. Ayan siya. So, dito, syempre, ito lang yung pwede nating galawin dyan. Kasi yung square ng 25, that is 5. So, yung final answer natin will be 5 times the square root of 3x. Next example tayo. So, we have the cube root of x cubed y times the cube root of x raised to 4y squared. So, dito ang gagawin ko niyan dito is yung bawat multiplier natin, yan na yung mga factors, what I mean. Yung bawat factors natin, i-simplify na muna natin sila isa-isa. So, yung first factor, yung cube root ng x cubed y, that will be, tawag dito, x times the cube root of y. Yung pangalawang factor naman, yung cube root of x raised to 4y squared, i-simplify na rin natin yan, and that will be x times the cube root of x y squared, as you can see on our screen. Sunod, i-multiply lang natin sila. Yung factor na nasa labas ng radical symbol, i-multiply natin yon. So that would be x squared kasi x times x, x squared yon. Yung nasa loob naman ng radical symbol, i-multiply rin natin yan. So that will be xy cube. Yun yung magiging base sa loob natin, sa loob ng radical symbol natin. Ayan siya. Next, i-check natin kung pwede pang i-simplify yung base, no? So in that case, yung xy cube or yung cube root ng xy cube, pwede ba siyang i-simplify, no? Yung y cube doon, syempre meron cube root yung y cube eh. So yung cube root ng y cube, that is y, so lalabas yan. So yung magiging final answer natin will be x squared y times the cube root of x. Next example tayo. So we have 2 times the square root of 12x times 3 times the square root of 2x. Okay? So, paano yung atake natin dito? First, ang gagawin ko niyan dito is simplify na muna natin yung square root ng 12x. So, yung square root ng 12x, pwede natin siyang isulat ng square root of 4 times 3 times x. Tapos, yung 3 times square root of 2x, okay yan, nakasimplify na yan. Next, simplify lang natin yung first factor. So, that will be 2 times 2 times the square root of 3x. Yung isang factor, same pa rin yan. So, simplify lang natin ito. Siyempre, this will be 4. 4 square root of 3x times 3 square root of 2x. Tapos nun, ang mangyayari is, i-multiply na lang natin sila. So, yung ito, di ba 4 ito? 4 times 3, 12 yon. Yung nasa loob naman, that is 3x times 2x, 6x squared yon. So dito, tingnan natin kung pwede pang i-simplify yung nasa loob ng radical symbol natin. So yung 6x squared, okay, so square root ng 6x squared, yes, pwede siyang i-simplify. So yung 6, wala naman siyang square root, pero yung x squared meron. So yung square root ng x squared, that will be x, so lalabas ngayon yon. So yung final answer natin will be 12x square root of 6. Next, the square root of 12 times the cube root of 24. So kapag ganito, kung napansin nyo na yung first examples natin, parehas yung mga index nila. Dito, hindi parehas yung index, hindi rin parehas yung base. So yung gagawin natin dito, simplify natin sila. So yung square root ng 12, magiging ganito. 4 times 3, di ba? Square root ng 4 times 3. Yung cube root ng 24, magiging cube root ng 8 times 3. Simplifying that one, syempre yung unang factor dyan, that will be 2 square root of 3. Yung pangalawang factor naman dyan, that will be 2 cube root of 3. Next na gagawin natin dito, i-rewrite natin yung yan into exponential form. Kasi nasa radical form sila, gawin natin sila or i-rewrite natin sila in exponential form. So yung 2 square root of 3, that will be 2 times 3 raised to 1/2. Yung isa naman, yung 2 cube root of 3, that will be 2 times 3 raised to 1/3. So, dito, parehas yung base. So, di ba kapag or applying the product rule, kailangan i-add natin yung exponents. So, in that case, para ma-add yung mga exponents, gawin nating similar fraction. So, bali maging ganyan sila. Yung 1/2, 3/6. Yung 1/3, 2/6. Next, ang gagawin natin ngayon dito is ibalik natin sila sa radical form. So, yung 2 times 3 raised to 3 over 6 magiging 2 times the 6th root of 3 cube. Ganun din sa kabila. So, in this case, ang gagawin na lang natin dito, i-multiply natin yung nasa labas, yung 2 and 2. So, that will be 4. Yung nasa loob naman, 3 cube times 3 squared. Siyempre, that will be, applying the product rule, that will be 3 raised to 5. So, yung final answer natin will be 4 times the 6th root of 3 raised to 5. So, if you want to simplify 3 raised to 5, okay lang yan. Pero ako, I will accept that answer. Next example tayo ha. So, we have the square root of 2 times the 4th root of 3. So, dito, different yung index, tapos yung base talagang magkaiba. Pero again, same process lang dun sa previous example natin. So, yung square root ng 2, so syempre, hindi na natin mas-simplify itong mga to. Ang gagawin na natin dito is, i-write natin sila into exponential form. Okay? Next, syempre, ang gagawin natin dito, gawin natin parehas yung exponents. I mean, gawin natin similar fractions yung exponents natin. So, in this case, ganyan siya. Yung 1/2 magiging 2/4, yung 3 raised to, yung 2 raised to 1/2 magiging 2 raised to 2/4, yung 3 raised to 1/4, same pa rin. Next, i-rewrite natin ito in radical form. So, bali magiging ganito siya. Next, since parehas na yung index natin, we can just simply multiply yung mga base natin. So, 2 squared, so bali magiging 4th root of 2 squared times 3. So, in 2 squared times 3, that is 4 times 3, which will give us the square root of, or the 4th root of 12. Next tayo. So, we have the square root of x times the quantity of 2 square root of x minus 3 square root of 2. So, dito, ang gagawin mo rin yan dito is i-distribute mo yung square root of x. So, in that case, ganito siya. So, 2, so dito nyan, this will be 2 times square root of x times square root of x. Dito naman, this will be 3 times square root of 2 times square root of x, as you can see on our screen. This will be 2 times the square root of x squared minus 3 times the square root of 2x. So, simplify natin ito. Ito lang mas simplify natin dito. This will become yung square root ng x squared, that will become x. So, notice natin dito, different terms sila. 2x minus 3 square root of 2x. Wala na tayong ma-factor out dyan. So, in that case, that will be now our final answer. Next one. So, same. I-distribute lang yung 3 square root of 2x. So, as you can see on our screen. Okay? So, ano nangyari dyan? So, ang ginawa ko, minultiply ko na. Yung 15 nanggaling yan sa 3 times 5. Yung 2x squared nanggaling yan sa 2x times x. Dito naman yung 6 nanggaling yan sa 3 times 2. Yung 12x squared nanggaling yan sa 2x times 6x. And then yung last, yung 4x squared nanggaling yan sa 2x times 2x. Sunod, simplify natin sila isa-isa. Dito, ang masisimplify lang natin dito actually yung x squared. So, this will become 15x square root of 2. Ito naman, this can be rewritten as 6 square root of 4 times 3 times x squared, di ba? Tapos ito perfect square to. So, this will be 3 times 2x. Ayan siya. Sunod, ito, hindi na natin masimplify ito. Okay na yan. Dito naman, yung 4, square root ng 4 is 2. Square root ng x squared is x. Dito naman, 3 times 2x, that would be 6x. Then yung last, simplify na lang natin to. Siyempre, this will become 12x. So, yung magiging final answer natin will be 15x square root of 2 plus 12x square root of 3 minus 6x. Pwede mo naman i-factor out yung x or yung i-factor out yung 3x, I mean. Pero after natin i-factor out, wala naman tayong mas simplify sa loob. So, ako, I will consider that as the final answer. Okay? So, down to our last example. So, we have the square root of 3 or the quantity of square root of 3 minus square root of 7 times the quantity of square root of 2 minus the square root of 3. So, yung gagawin niyan natin dito, full method tayo. So, yung first term times first term, so that would be square root of 3 times square root of 2. Tapos, outer, so that would be square root of 3 times negative square root of 3. Tapos, plus yung inner term, that would be negative square root of 7 times square root of 2. Tapos, yung last term, ito yung negative square root of 7 times negative square root of 3. Simplify lang natin yan. This will be square root of 6. Ito naman, this will be negative square root of 9 which will give us 3 kasi square root ng 9 is 3, di ba? Ito naman, this will become negative square root of 14 at ito magiging positive square root of 21. So looking at yung mga terms natin dito, wala naman tayong mas simplify, wala na tayong mako-combine diyan. So that will be our final answer. I-rearrange na lang natin sila, no? So yung pagkaka-arrange, magandang siyang tingnan kapag ganito. Unahin muna yung rational number, no? So negative 3 plus tapos yung mga irrational numbers, pag sunod-sunurin na lang natin sila. Negative 3 plus square root of 6 minus square root of 14 minus square root of 21. Okay? So, napakadali lang, napakasimple lang ng proseso sa pagmumultiply ng radicals. Okay? Expression that involves radical expressions, no? Or multiplying radical expressions, I mean. No? So, again, sana may natutunan sa video na to, and with that, maraming salamat sa pagkikinig and magandang buhay.